How to get free Quora traffic to your websites, your squeeze pages, or wherever else you want to send them. Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Stefan Ciencio, the action-taking blogger, and in this video we're going to be talking about how to get free traffic from a very popular website called Quora. Now, on this channel we talk everything from starting an online business to side hustle opportunities to growing your blog, growing your website traffic, and everything in between, affiliate marketing, all sorts of opportunities to make money online. If that interests you, definitely subscribe to the channel. To subscribe, just go below the video, hit this red subscribe button, and then make sure you hit the bell to get notified of all future videos. Let's get into it. Free traffic with Quora. So here I am at my Quora profile, which you can see here, and basically this profile includes all of the answers that I have given to different questions, and you can see I've answered probably about 30 questions, and in the past 30 days my views have really started ramping up. I had a day where I had 433 views on answers to my questions. Now that's a lot of free eyeballs to get views to, especially considering how targeted the views really are. And it's a great way to immediately be seen as an authority within your niche, because when you answer someone's question with a great answer, they immediately see you as someone who knows what they are talking about. So Quora really, I think, is one of the best ways to drive traffic. And in this video, I'll talk to you about how to do this properly, because there are a few things you need to be wary of. You don't want to be a spammer on Quora. You don't want to break their guidelines. So let's quickly start with your profile. So when you sign up for Quora, the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure that you fill out your profile to be as great as possible. This is what I call myself, an online business entrepreneur, digital marketer, and blogger. That's what I do online, so that's what I put there. Now, I included a nice rich description of myself and where I'm at with my business and what I do, and a link to my website if people want to basically find out more. So the first thing you absolutely want to do is be linking to your website in your Quora profile. That's going to be very, very important. Now, once you do that and you actually have that completely done, the next thing that you're going to do is answer questions. So let's talk about how you can actually go and find proper questions that you could answer. So for example, let's say maybe you're in the health niche and you basically have a website about the keto diet. I can come here and type in keto diet. Okay, and basically there you can see that there's a lot of different things that come up. So what we could do now is we could sift through these answers to see which ones might be worth us to answer. This one says, is the keto diet good? Let's open that. Let's open this one. Is the keto diet healthy? We're going to open a few of these and we're going to analyze them real quick so you can see how you would make sure that you drive the most amount of traffic. So here you can see that this one has 124 followers, right? Well, we could find out more information by clicking this button and then clicking on stats. So we could see that this particular question has 129,000 views, and the last time someone followed it is April 7th, which is pretty recent. So this looks like a great question for us to answer. Now, obviously, if you're in a space where you might be answering questions like that are medical related, or you might not be a professional, that's okay. You definitely just want to make sure if you link to something, you back it up with where you got that source from. So that's perfectly fine. That's with anything. Don't purport stuff that you don't actually have expertise on, but you could link to sources and all that great stuff. So this one has over 100 answers. Don't worry so much about how many answers something has. That's really not that big of a deal. What you care more about is the ability to basically see how many views it has. So we already checked this one and it has over 100,000 views. So this one I absolutely would answer. This one has actually even more followers, so that probably means it has more views. Not always, but let's take a look. Okay, so this one has 200,000 views and it was last followed even more recently. So these two are excellent questions for me to answer if I'm in the keto niche, right? So the next one has 57. This probably still has a decent amount of views. I mean, anything over 10,000 views followed pretty recently is pretty good. So this one was actually followed even more recently and has 57,000 views, which means this one might even be a more recent thread, which means that the views could continue to go up. Let's take a look at this one. So let's go to view stats and log. This one has 63,930 views. That's another great one. So these are all great questions to answer. I would always recommend to look for at least 10,000 views and see if it was followed fairly recently. This one's actually great. It was followed very recently and has over 100,000 views. So these are all great questions that you can answer within the ketogenic diet niche, right? But there's so many niches all over Quora. So maybe you're in the make money online space, right? Let's see what kind of questions we get there. This one says, what's the easiest way to make money online? So we can come down here, and you can see that this one has over 4 million, and it was last followed 11 hours ago. So this is something that I probably would want to answer myself, because I have a lot of experience with making money online. I've generated, I think, over 2 million in sales now. So very, very powerful way to get your expertise in front of the appropriate audience. And you can see that there's obviously a lot of answers to this question. But if we go to the actual question itself, this is something that I absolutely would want to answer, and this is something that could bring in a ton of traffic just by answering this question and by giving it a proper answer. So that actually brings us to the next step. First step is fill in your profile. Second step is field the types of questions that you want to answer. Now the third step is actually to answer the question. So when you go to answer a question, I'll show you an example of a way that I personally have answered some of my questions, just to give you an idea, okay? So let's take a look, right? The question here was, how do people earn money from YouTube? So you could see, YouTube is a great revenue stream. So this is an answer that I gave that's very, very in-depth. It gives a lot of details about ways that you can earn money from YouTube. So you can see that I even linked to something that goes to a very related question, or very related topic on my blog here, so people could click that and check that out. So basically that's kind of how you do that. So you really want to just link to very high quality information, and you also don't want to link links in every single post. So if we go down, you can see that there's there's basically, you don't want to have links in every single post. You can see, let's see if I can find one without a link. So these are all more recent ones that I do have links, but yeah, you can see this one doesn't have any links, because you don't want to come across like all you're doing is trying to promote yourself. You want to make sure that you are actually providing helpful answers to stuff, and you want to make sure that you are giving a quality answer. And then if you do link to something that's actually happens to be relevant, like helpful to people, but it's your own thing, maybe it's a free course that you're giving away, you get you're building a list, or maybe it's your website, blog, whatever it is, you just want to make sure that you are linking in a way that it's like, here is a very clear reason why I'm linking to this. It very much supports what I'm trying to do to help you answer this question. Don't link to unrelated stuff, don't be spammy, and then you'll be fine, because you're actually providing helpful information. You can see the inequality, or the quality and depth that I go to answer these questions for people. And if you do that, then you'll be able to start driving traffic. So I think a good rule of thumb is add links to your own stuff in maybe 1 out of every 2 or 1 out of every 3 answers that you give, and definitely link to other websites and sources as well. Don't only link to your own website. So that's a very easy way that you can start using Quora to start generating traffic. Now again, if you look at my results, you can see that this month alone I've done 1.7K views, and that's actually basically almost double what I had done before, just by answering a few more questions. So the more questions you answer, you're going to be starting to see a much bigger snowball effect. It just takes time. You have to be patient. You could set a goal to maybe answer 1 question every day or 2 questions every day. Again, don't spam, give quality answers, and that way you'll start to really drive a lot of traffic from Quora, and also have another website where you have a high quality authority presence that helps build your brand, especially if you're some sort of influencer. But regardless of what business niche you're in, I mean, maybe you sell software as a service, like, you could type in here, best social media tool, right? There's people that search for this. What is the best social media tool, right? So you can see here, this is very, very great. These are people, these are potential customers. Look how big this one is, right? 918 followers. Let's take a look at the stats. So this one's got 151,000 views right there, and it was followed pretty recently. So if you're trying to sell software as a service, obviously, again, you want to provide, your primary goal should be providing high quality answers, and regardless of what you're doing, but you can absolutely drive a lot of traffic in the process. So that's how you use Quora for maximum free traffic results. I love free traffic. I have a lot more videos on this channel about free traffic. Check out the links below the video. Definitely make sure you subscribe, and I will see you next time.